My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to go in with the silent into, wow, start each run damaged. Ascension mode level 6. Let's go. How damaged are we? 7 HP missing. That's not that bad. Lose all gold, obtain a random rare relic. Yep. Ginger, you can no longer become weakened, is a ridiculous boon. An absolutely ridiculous boon. Alright, there's mutually exclusive elites except for this. And that's cuts in, or it can cut out. Yeah, it's that one. Alright, we'll start here. Okay, so this is a really good opening hand for us. Because it means our next hand is 2 strikes, a defend, and a neutralize. Which means that I just get to neutralize, strike, defend, strike. That's actually the best set of openings that you can get, set opening rather, that you can get with the cultists with the default silent deck. 3 strikes, please? Ooh, couldn't exactly get us there. That's okay. Next hand's very likely to have 2 or more. Boom. All right, good start, good start. 0 damage taken in that fight. Backflip. I think it's the first backflip copy. Sure, we'll take that, and then we'll instead go to this shop to immediately remove it. Dash. I think it's dash. We remove this. And we've got a little bit of money left. Just a wee bit. I think dash is just a really good pickup here, just in terms of value. I could also keep the money. Like, Shuriken is obviously the best thing here, but I was never going to be able to afford it. Take a dash just as a value card there. It's really unfortunate. Just short of being able to remove another card from our deck. Okay. Do need to upgrade dash pretty much as soon as possible, though. It dealing 13 damage as well as giving you 13 block is ridiculous. Cool. Completely defended, and 2 strikes will kill next turn. Unfortunately, it's not likely that we get it. Considering there's a wound in our deck, we've got 2 defends in our draw pile. Dash strike does it as well. Considering I have no shivs yet, obviously not the accuracy, the concentrate's really good when you have a lot of card draw or a really large opening hand, which I don't. I'm going to take 1 calculated gamble. And depending on how this goes, that's possibly my final calculated gamble as well. This is a rough one. Thankfully we have dash, but this is still going to be rough. Well, we can't be weakened. That doesn't come into play in this fight at all. I'm just trying to focus on the positives. Accentuate the positives and eliminate the negatives. Some neutralize left in that deck. Right. I am going to need to kill this sentry pretty much as soon as possible. You need at least 1 sentry down before you can start having a reasonable fight here. Not exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping to get down to dash. Because these 2 might actually both alternate to doing a normal attack next turn. Normal attack, sorry, a debuff. Yeah, and then, like, all of the stuff I just get from this dash doesn't really help. So instead we triple strike. It's a larger damage output. Dash only does 10 damage, whereas 2 strikes does 12? Yeah, got dash in exactly the wrong hand. Hopefully I get it now. That was really, really unlucky. Wow. Accept 1 damage here to be super close to killing this sentry. Hopefully I've got a dash and a strike in my next hand. This guy doesn't attack. Beautiful. Nope. Unfortunately, still didn't get the dash. Got every daze remaining in my deck, though. We're going to have to rest before the next fight rather than upgrade the dash, which is just so sad. Upgrading the dash or the neutralize both would be amazing, but we can't. This fight just went so poorly for us. Look at these draws. We get nothing but defense when the opponent is not attacking. Yeah. And pretty much nothing but attack when they are. This has been a really, really abnormally poor opening performance in this fight. Dreamcatcher. I think we take the first copy of Predator here. It's going to give us some more damage in the deck. This one's a rest. We'll see what cards are offered. I could take a Piercing Whale. I think at the moment I skip those. Dash is going to be amazing in this fight. Really? Couldn't give me a strike there? Just one? Alright. We draw 7 next turn. That's a good draw. There's a neutralize and a triple strike for you. We don't play defenses here, by the way, because defenses are typically skills. And if we play any skills here, we're going to make the opponent more attacky. That's what you call it, right? Attacky. We're going to make the opponent more powerful. So I played a skill there at the very end because you make the opponent more powerful by 2 strength. But... okay, we should be fine. You make the opponent more powerful by 2 strength whenever you play a skill, but unless the opponent fights me for 3 more turns, it's not going to deal enough damage to more than compensate for the 2 block that I gave it. So the HP that I save by playing that skill is greater than the HP that I lose due to enraging the enemy there. Definitely an alchemize. Probably gonna have to rest at the next camp as well. Why did I do that? This isn't even... this character does not synergize well with exhaust builds. So it's not like I can do what I just did. Noxious Fumes is actually a really good pickup. Dreamcatcher is doing a little bit of work here. But it's not like I can even pick up just like a synergy with this. I'm gonna have to rest at another camp. I'm terrifyingly sad right now. You can hear it in my voice. Just listen to me tremble and quaver. Waver and quiver. By the way, I was trying to say both those words at the same time. I said quaver. I should start checking my draw pile a lot more often because I do know exactly what's going to be in there now. It's hard to justify not using a Predator here. Neutralize. Totally. Totally. And now the enemy's dead. So at this point, I just hardcore draw to try and get back to the... alchemize. That's unfortunate. Alright. Swift Potion's a pretty good pickup. See, Cloak and Dagger is now a worse pickup because the shivs exhaust when you play them, so I'm going to make my whole deck worse every Cloak and Dagger I play. Freaking Dead Branch. Noxious Fumes, dash. Then we calculate a gamble looking for a neutralize. Adrenaline's actually a really good pickup there. So now that neutralize gets us to the point where we're completely protected. Alright. You're going to be buffing yourself so I can just ignore you. Just kill your teammate, and then you're going to die the turn after. Beautiful. Another Predator. Don't mind if I do. We'll drop a weak potion so that we can take a fire potion. Can't take a Storm of Steel. It'll put too many other cards in my deck. See, the thing is, when you exhaust a card, and Shivs exhaust when you play them, when you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. There are so many cards in this class specifically that are bad and won't remove themselves from your deck. And then when you shuffle through your deck again, you're going to start drawing really, really poor cards. It will lower overall the consistency and value of your deck. It's hard. It's just hard. Oh, freaking hell. It's definitely Noxious Fumes and dash. My goal from now on just has to be protect myself by any means necessary. Keep my health up. Let's draw. Okay. Neutralize there. Weaken potion on the back line. Defend Survivor will completely protect us. So I've set it up that the sentry in the center can be killed in one turn. Cool. Give it a gamble. Draw way too many cards. Survivor to discard a strike. We'll blow you up and we'll outmaneuver. Both 1,000 Cuts and Deflect are actually pretty good here. See, for the early game, by the way, obviously your strikes and your defends are typically quite low value, let's be fair. So oftentimes when you pick up a card, you will be picking up a card that is better than your average deck. But later, when we've curated our cards and we've got not only a specific deck archetype and a specific deck strategy, but we've also got upgraded cards, the cards that Dead Branch gives us will, on aggregate, be a lot worse than what we would otherwise have. Give it a gamble. I just need defense. Beautiful. Storm of Steel. I mean, if I was ever going to get Storm of Steel, next hand's a good one for it. Because it's the final time I do anything here. Or I could just kill you. Bag of Preparation. My opening hand is now 9 cards large. That's really good. Noxious Fumes gets worse. Every one of them you pick up. So I'll take my first Acrobatics here. I'm going to have to rest here again. I'm so sad that I keep resting, but I do need it. None of those go in this deck. I need to keep this deck as thin as I possibly can. Here it's probably Noxious Fumes and then Calculated Gamble. Draw an entirely new hand. Predator and Neutralize. The problem here is I'm pretty much relying on drawing Neutralize again next turn. That's 30 incoming damage. There's the Neutralize. Now it's 18. Nice. I think I'll actually need a Dex potion over the course of this fight. So I'm going to overprotect myself a lot here. But because we don't have really big hit cards, like we do have Dash and we do have Predator, but we can only play one of each of those in a single turn. If we get both of them, we can't do anything with that. This is 10. Yeah, I still need to use Predator this turn. I need to use Predator pretty much whenever I can. And I need to start stacking up the poison. But all of that is just going to happen with time, unfortunately. Alright, good. Getting more burns in my deck is going to make our life a lot harder. Slice. Acrobatics. Guess I'm dropping the dash. Because my enemy's not doing any attacks this turn. Do I have no longer any exhaust cards on my entire deck? Cool. I got through all of the exhaust cards. Predator Survivor. Playing Predator every turn is a really, really good pickup for us. Good. I really wanted to draw either the burn there or just any dead card, pretty much. Just anything except for Neutralize, because I wanted that later. Time to Acrobatics and drop this burn. Double block, unfortunately. We're going to have a really tough time with this next attack. That's 36 damage. $10 and $7. I think I go with the 10 and 7 rather than a dash here. Ouch. Still going to take 12 here. And this is going to put some extra burn pluses in my deck as well. This could pretty much be the point at which we can no longer come back. We didn't kill him fast enough. That said, with this deck, I don't really know if we could have. So it looks like we're going to open up with a loss, but like an 18-minute loss, I think I just restart the run at that point. Even if we do manage to kill the enemy here, I really don't think we're going to. We would die on the next floor. I have to play double defend here, otherwise I'm dead. Yeah, 8 damage to this, 8 damage to the enemy. I'm dead if I don't play double defend. But I think we had to rest so often here. We haven't got any upgraded cards. Just making our life real living hell. God, am I actually going to get through the next... I am. I'm actually kind of depressed about that, to be honest. I think I take a bullet time. And go all in on the more expensive stuff. I think I have to take the White Beast, because now that I have a bullet time, Velvet Choker is going to limit me heavily. So, sorry. Ginger, you can no longer become weakened. Dreamcatcher, whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck. Frozen Eye, when viewing your draw pile, the cards are now shown in order. Dead Branch, whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. Bag of Preparation, at the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. It's the exact same as the Ring of the Snake, so I'm drawing 9 in the opener. And then White Beast Statue Potions always drop after combat. My apologies again for not going through that. I'm trying to do it more regularly. I might not do it immediately when I pick the thing up, but you can guarantee that I'm going to do it over the course of the run at some point eventually. Yeah, I'm going to take the line that only has 2 elites on it, because I really can't afford to fight a bunch. Either tincture or tough bandages would both be pretty amazing for me here. Take 12 damage on the opening turn. Ouch. Okay. This is exactly the kind of turn that we really wanted. Get both of my 2-cost cards in the same hand as the bullet. Yeah, the other one's gonna get away. There's like no way I can get him. Yeah, I can't deal 46 damage in a single turn. It's literally not possible. You know what? Let's try. Yeah. That was just never gonna happen. So the enemy's gonna run away with a little bit of my money here, unfortunately. Again, just a big point that this deck is not fast enough. I'm going to take a dodge and roll here because I really don't have enough defense and it's already upgraded. I still have all of my defense and all of my strikes, so sure, I'll upgrade them. Even though I plan on removing them, right now, I have all of them still. Footwork Apotheosis, 1000%. Yeah. I'll also take a block potion. It's too good to pass up Footwork Apotheosis. Apotheosis needs to be upgraded as soon as possible. Damn it. Let's transform a card. At this point, probably the Survivor, because they now all blockade as well. Cloak and Dagger, not really what I wanted there. This is exactly the hand in which we want to have bullet time, so I'm really happy about that. Bullet time. Apotheosis. Alchemize. Ah, I did that wrong, obviously. That's my bad. Let's gain that 2 energy, I guess. Start dunking this guy out of the ring. Calculate a gamble. Oh, because it's upgraded, it didn't give me a card from the Dead Branch. Fair enough. If we can get bullet time in our opening hands reliably, we're gonna do great things. But if we can't, then life sucks and it's okay. Not everything has to be good. We can just cry forever. That's fine too. Footwork did make this deck much, much better, as well as the upgrade to all my strikes and stuff. It's going to put us in so much more defensible of a position. Whew. That's a strong coffee. Backflip first up. Dash as a follow-up. So I think this deck can do things now, and it did take the entire turnaround of getting Apotheosis plus Footwork. But now it can definitely... There's definitely things that can be done by this deck. How much more Weasley can I make the phrasing there? It's definitely possible that at some point this deck might do something that isn't nothing. Possibly. Alrighty, tidy. Vajra. It's a good pickup. Second Predator Plus is actually a really good pickup. The Blur was also a good pickup. If the Predator Plus it wasn't already upgraded. God. I'm always just short on money to be able to remove more cards from my deck. I have to sleep to heal the 23 HP. That was a good choice there. So Vajra, by the way, was at the start of each combat, gain 1 strength. And Ancient Tea set is whenever you enter a rest site, begin the next encounter with... Hang on. I can duck over. Oh, beautiful. Begin the next encounter with 2 extra energy. Now, we need to smith both Apotheosis and Bullet Time eventually. But for the moment... let's just focus on what's what. There's the Apotheosis. So that calculated gamble would allow me to go all the way down to Bullet Time and then play it. Sure. There it is. Bullet Time. Terror. Adds a Predator to my hand. Fair enough. Dodge and roll. Alchemize for nothing because I'm a goddamn moron. I forgot again. Gosh, I'm dumb. Oh, well. I need to remember that I have a lot of potions. I need to use them. So that was a really good opening turn, I feel. Worked out pretty well. Ancient Potion. Probably not. Blow Plus, yes. Go to the camp, and we will rest to upgrade Bullet Time so that we can Bullet Time after using Acrobatics or just do all of our card draw first. Use Apotheosis, calculated gamble again. Backflip. And then Bullet Time. Hell yeah, let's go. Dash, defend, defend, strike, dodge and roll, strike, strike, blur. Get myself 51 block for this turn. And then next turn, I will have 43. So I'm already completely defended for that. I will weaken the enemy so that I can alchemize. There's Phantasmal Killer. Good. Alright, draw me a relatively aggressive hand, please. Yeah. Like, I guess. But still. Yeah. That's an unfortunate card that I can't now play. I will use a... energy potion as well, sure. Just use potions constantly. I've got to remind myself of that. Just potions mean nothing to you, Ryan. Just use all of them, always. Use all of them, always. Nothing can ever harm you. Now completely protected. 42 damage is a lot of damage. I didn't even need that final potion. Whetstone, good pickup. Especially on Neutralize and Dash. I think now we stop. I think Well-Laid Plans is probably a good pickup here. It'll allow me to keep Bullet Time until a hand where I actually want to use it, or keep all of my more expensive cards until I have Bullet Time. Oh, speaking of Bullet Time, there it is. Alchemize. Ooh, adrenaline as well. Don't mind if I do. Predator. Hit with that. Hit with that. And then I'm going to have 55 block. And it's going to carry over to the next turn. And then whatever carries over from that turn to the next turn will carry over. That's all right. That's a truism. Well done, me. I'm gonna keep both of my strikes because I'm gonna need an aggressive hand to try and make sure that I can take this Mystic out. Okay, 2 strikes kills. Hello, Apotheosis. How's it going? How's it going? That is an actual thing that is said very, very commonly here in Australia, by the way. Just in case you think I'm, like, kidding. No. How's it going? It's a full sentence. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Means how is it going? Yeah, I know. Alright. Drop the backflip because that's no longer useful for us because we're now playing bullet time. This deck now has such a solid identity. I am extraordinarily pleased. I could scarcely be pleased. More pleased. I don't want to put more exhaust cards in my deck. Because at this rate, it seems like they just kind of sort themselves out. Can't do it. Even choke. Can't do it. Alright, well, we'll be smithing here. Let's go for the acrobatics so that we can dig. God, we've upgraded almost all of our cards. This Apotheosis is garbage now. Wow. Alright, backflip. Hey, that's a not great opening hand right there. Wowzers. I mean, it didn't have Apotheosis and it didn't have the other card. I can't remember its name. 23. Oh, sorry. Energy, there we go. I don't need to take a lot of damage over this fight. Or rather, it'd be so much better if I didn't. Okay. Well, there's the bullet time that I wanted beforehand. Acrobatics, draw heavily up, a calculated gamble. It's unfortunate I won't be able to play Apotheosis here. Oh no, I will, right. My bad. Continue there, block, blur, and dodge roll. Keep the Noxious Fumes. It's only getting better and better and better all the time. Okay, we'll start out with a heal hook on the target so we can draw. I mean, I don't maintain my block after this turn, so I may as well just go all out aggressive. I kind of want to remove that Cloak and Dagger from my deck. Although it is, like, in case of emergency, I can add more things to my deck by playing it and then playing the Shivs. Having the Shivs generate things using the Dark Branch. But it really is in case of emergency. I can't see myself doing it commonly. We'll end the turn here. We'll keep our aggressive cards. And then next turn we're going to draw 7 cards. I'm really hoping that one of them is going to be a bullet time. Nope, didn't get it. Oh, that's rough. Alright. It's okay, it's okay. Really wanted more block than that, to be honest. To be quite frank with you. Ow. That's a lot of damage. Hey, alright. Bullet time. About time. Bullet time. Predator. Predator. Defend, defend. Calculated gamble. I might need another blur in this deck. Neutralize the target that's about to do a buttload of damage to me. Dodge and roll, blur, defend, completely protect myself. I'll take acrobatics into the next turn. Draw 5. Acrobatics will give me the ability to draw another 4, cost of 1. Try and get myself back down into safe territory. Heel hook is free. Really unfortunate that I have to discard this hand, but calculated gamble. There's the bullet time. Alright, good. And we got a good hand with it. Beautiful. Next turn's going to have 9 cards. Pretty good pickup. Neutralize heel hook is a great opener. And then just triple strike for the kill. Dex Potion's actually a really good pickup. Burst and Bullet Time are both really good here. Having a second Bullet Time in my deck is going to be able to increase the consistency with which we draw and then play them. But Burst is going to do that as well. Runic Pyramid. I mean, Runic Pyramid will entirely ruin my well-laid plans. So my well-laid plans are kind of just a version of Runic Pyramid right now. I think I actually straight up take none of these. Runic Pyramid, by the way, was... at the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand, draw 1 fewer cards each turn. Snecko Eye, draw 2 additional cards each turn, but you start every combat confused. When you're confused, every card that you draw is randomized in cost between 0 and 3. So unless you have a deck full of expensive cards, and we don't, we have a lot of expensive cards, sure. Predator, Dash, Bullet Time, and the other Predator. But everything else is going to be made regularly much more expensive than it usually costs. And then Ori is choose and add 5 cards to your deck. I mean, I could take Ori and then just ignore all of the offered cards. Sure. No. Outmaneuver's close, but no. No. Thousand Cuts is actually pretty good. Damn it. And then we'll skip all of the rest of those. So if you look at a card that I hover over, this is mostly for newer listeners, but older listeners, this is just to cement the idea. If you look at a card that I get offered, and it's like, what? That's good in this deck. Yes, but is it better than not having that card? Is it better than having a more consistent draw without that card? Of course, I'm more than open to being wrong, and am, often. So it is fair to question those decisions. Definitely. But I will ask, I'm a person too. If you do want to question decisions, I'm more than happy. Just be a little polite about it. I got feelings as well. Alright. Uh-oh. I forgot that I need to use Predator this turn. I was thinking double strike and then Predator. Oopsie daisy. Alright, 115. There's an Apotheosis. I think it's just Apotheosis and 1,000 Cuts here. Then for next turn, we will keep Backflip. Backflip and Nightmare. I know we're losing Noxious Fumes here, but we're going to be single target from the majority of this. Okay. Backflip. It's time to bullet time. Then I'm going to Nightmare this Predator, and I'm going to have 3 very, very cheap Predators in my next hand, which is going to be fun on a bun. Actually going to keep Calculated Gamble. What? They all cost... That's not how that used to work. If you lowered the cost of something to 0 and then you use Neutralize on it, Nightmare on it, you used to get 3 cards that cost the exact same after that. I guess I'm just going to discard that entire hand. Good thing I kept the Calculated Gamble, I guess. Storm Steel. Is it Storm Steel here? Crumbs, I think it might be. Alright, well, that Fire Orb is going to die no matter what I do here. Okay. There's Tactician. Finale. Noxious Fumes. Rid of the holes. Yeah, I think I've just got the damage here. Oh, I'm just short. No. Strike, 2 damage AoE, and then Calculated Gamble. Beautiful. 2 damage AoE. Beautiful. Whew. We'll drop an artifact, an ancient potion, because they're not actually doing a ridiculous amount in this deck. Concentrate is going to be really good for us. So we do need the energy. But Eviscerate is always actually going to be, like, commonly playable, right? Because either we lower the cost with bullet time, or we've discarded cards because we've got the Calculated Gamble going on. How many times do I end my turn with a bunch of cards in hand? Not often. Actually, I don't take any. Because bullet time is the whole freaking point of this deck. I need to stop diluting my bullet time. In fact, I need to start undiluting it. Ninja Scroll is good, but it's not good in this deck. So Ninja Scroll is start every combat with 3 shivs in hand. This deck, that is start with 3 random exhaust cards. It's also worth noting that I already have 9 cards in my opening hand, so it will give me 1 shiv and then put 2 in my discard pile. I don't want to draw them like that. Cards which exhaust will instead discard 50% of the time with a small strange spoon, which is... I think it will prevent the Dent Branch from activating. I'm not entirely certain. I think here it is actually just card removal. And I'm going to remove that Cloak and Dagger. Cool. All right. All right. Now, ladies. Yeah? The brain you've tried to access is not available. If you're wondering what happens there, I forgot again that I have full potions because I'm dumb and bad at everything. Oh, don't put days in my deck. Oh no. Draw 3. Lame. Yeah, this is a much shittier hand. I'll play the Neutralize first, then Acrobatics, so I can draw as many cards as is possible. Actually going to discard a Daze here, because I really don't want to have to start using those. Then the 1,000 Cuts come in. And Blur. Keeps it active. Nope, I'm not even going to retain that card. It's going to burn itself. 1,000 cuts again. Hell yeah. What do you mean? I was real happy about the days. Days is good. Honey, I got days for an indeterminate period of time. God, if there was a better way of saying that. Take the Bouncing Flask and the Predator, because again, we've got a... No, we don't. I was thinking we had a bullet time still in there. We should have gone with the second bullet time. I've completely reversed my decision on this this burst. It's not doing much right now. It definitely just should have been another bullet time. Ow. We don't have enough energy to really take good advantage of burst. Alright, I'm gonna burst and then just discard my entire... Oh, I forgot to block first. Bullet time, 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 bullet time. We got another bullet time! Fuck yes! Sorry, I mean, yes. This is a fortuitous thing for me. Let's drink a dex potion. Probably another dex potion, to be honest. Let's acrobatics, see if we can't get ourselves down to... one of those bullet times. After all that, I can't get one of these bullet times I've heard so much about. The next hand's gonna have 2 fucking bullet times. That's so... No! Or maybe it was about to have none. That would have been awkward. And I'm still going to take damage this turn. Gosh. We're going to need to rest at our next camp. Fuck off. Bullet time turning up at exactly the worst time. Alright, let's retain this bullet time in hand. I should have done the opposite, by the way. I should have cast this bullet time because the other one cost less. Right now, at the very least, it's not going to make a difference, but it could have at some point. I'm going to maintain the Blade Dance. I mean, there's no reason to shuffle it back into the deck. It just gives me another dead draw in my deck. That is 24 damage incoming. So just strike, end turn. I'm gonna keep choke and predator. Sorry about the tongue click, by the way. Again, I'm trying to remind myself of not doing that. I've got post-it notes for all these things to try and remind me. My memory ain't. My memory is weirdly good in some circumstances and abhorrently awful in other circumstances. It's extremely specific in what it wants me to know. Actually gonna keep the choke here instead. Next hand should definitely have a bullet time because I haven't drawn my... God, where are all these bullet times going? They're just in the right position to never get drawn. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's the second bullet time, because of course, they like to hang out together. That's what they do. That's their thing. Acrobatics before I do anything. Drop a bullet time. Alright. Choke goes down first. Predator hits. I will burst a Blade Dance. Then start filling my hand with different things from this shiv. Really looking for something I can afford to play. Well, apparently that's just not going to happen. So, save that. I will just defend the ever-loving hell out of myself. Choose 2 cards to maintain. Take a choke and a blur. Next hand should have lethal regardless, though. 1, 2, 3. If that hadn't done it, finisher would have. Nope. While Madness is good, having 11 HP going into an elite fight is not. I'm going to heal. I'm actually going to take the curse here. Would almost never do that, but, well, here's the scenario in which I will. Acrobatics. Discard Tactician. And then I'm actually going to use an energy potion and a strength potion in this fight. Alchemize for an extra potion there. And then double tap that Predator. We'll retain the footwork and the leg sweep. And then next turn, I'm going to draw 9 cards. So effectively, I'm going to draw up to a completely full hand. And I'm just gambling that one of those cards is going to be... Both of my bullet times. Card draw, card draw. None of my bullet times, none of my card draw. I'm actually in awe of what's happening right now. I don't know if I've ever been fucked this hard. I'm almost impressed. In a 29 card deck, you should not have 2 copies of the same card always next to one another. Also, it's worth noting, I have Frozen Eye. I should just be checking whether or not bullet time is up. But I haven't been doing that because I'm just so dumb. Just monumental. This is all done in the wrong order. Like an amazingly, like an extremely wow kind of wrong order. So that's good. Could have gotten a lot more defense and that would have mattered because I have blur, so it actually carries over to the next turn. Right. I'm actually going to use a leg sweep here. Make sure the enemy is weakened, but you also want to do your damage at the end rather than at the start. So don't do what Donnie Don't did. That's a 30 damage attack. Casual 30. Let's burst a blur. And a defend. Then retain these 2. Don't... Okay. I should be able to use my bullet time quite powerfully next turn. The acrobatics. Discard the tactician. Bullet time and play out this hand. Defend, defend, noxious fumes. Calculated gamble has to happen at the end, and then we do in order of least to most damage. Good, good. I honestly don't know, Giant Head. I'm trying. Trust me, I'm trying. Alright. This is another good bullet time. Unfortunately, our luck is running out. And that is to say, our extraordinarily good ability to block everything is running out. Yeah, we're not going to have a bullet time for another long while, so we need to kill now. It's 55 freaking damage there. We'll neutralize, burst a backflip, and then a blur, getting us some block for the next turn. We'll retain a leg sweep and a dash because we know our next hand contains our bullet time. Next turn, we can acrobatics to discard the tactician as well. Managed to draw ourselves a lot more. There's our bullet time. Dash. Wrong order, extremely wrong order. I needed to do all of my defensive things first. I think I still get the kill here, but I really don't deserve it. Bag of Marbles is a really good opener. It's going to give us the ability to... Bag of Marbles, by the way, at the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerability to all enemies. It's going to give us the ability to work through enemies' vulnerabilities. It's actually nice to have a copy of Terra in the deck. Fuck off forever. Panache. Every time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 10 damage to all enemies. Costs exactly 201. I have exactly 200. That's some high tier bullshit. Let's remove this ride from our deck. That's some high tier bullshit. All right, lose all gold, gain a relic. Now we've also got Red Mask, which is the same as Bag of Marbles, except it applies weak. Prayer Wheel, of course. Got Time Eater at the end, which, of course we do. Who else would we have? Hello. Is it that time again? Time for me to put my head between my knees and kiss my ass goodbye. There's a bullet time. Draw 5. We draw 2 more. And then we use acrobatics to... Nope. Oh, no, wait, I can get the bullet time active next turn. It's not powerful, but I can do it. I mean, I'm not getting any benefit from throwing away these cards this turn anyway, so I may as well keep them. So Burst Acrobatics leaves us with 5 in hand. We draw up to 9. We discard 1. And then we draw only 2. We actually are short. So I need to go like... Burst. Defend. Acrobatics. Okay, put Acrobatics back in my hand. That's not supposed to happen. And then the second one didn't get cast. Just so you know, that is not the correct interaction for that. It just tried to cast Acrobatics. Ugh. That's just really bad. Alright, well, I'll keep 1,000 Cots, and I will keep Blur. Ah, damn it, game. Damn it all to hell. There's our bullet time. And pretty much here, we're just trying to fully defend ourselves. Playing, of course, all of our cards in the wrong order, because by this point, it's happening. Sure. I'll retain a reflex. Bullet time at the very bottom of the deck, because why would it not be? It is amazing. It is frankly amazing the length that this bullet time will go to fuck me. I'm going to burst this calculated gamble, and I'm going to draw all of the cards. There's all those. Burst means it should cast itself again right then. Game? Dude? Alright. Yikes. Let's throw the weakness potion now so that I can alchemize. See, bullet time here doesn't even do anything for me. Like, I can already play all of these. Just... wow. I could have held on to bullet time that turn and next turn, I guess. That would have been clever, yeah. Dodge and roll. We do have a bullet time in our next hand. We'll defend. We'll end the turn. Envenom and Predator get kept. And then... no kill next turn, but we do some damage. Like a lot of damage. Yikes. At the very least, the enemy isn't really pushing me here. We're not... oh my god. Discard all non-attack cards. It'll discard the bullet time. No, I just blur, defend, unload. Get all those out of my hand. Don't want to be taking a bunch of damage to the burn pluses. And I do want to try and accrue a little bit of defense for the next turn. Alright. End this turn. Keep these two. Kill them next turn. Nice try, Nemesis, but I put so much defense in this deck. It is rough going to get through all of it. Goodbye forever. Happy Flower, every 3 turns, gain an energy. By the way, Prayer Wheeler's non-boss chest now also contain cards. I didn't comment it on the time because it's not really worthy of comment. I could take Backstab, some more opening damage. It also works really well with a bag of marbles. Sure. This side gives us more rests. We might need them. Alright. Bullet time. 18 damage there. 21 damage there. Set myself up with a pretty good future. Alright. Reasonable amount of damage. I'm just wondering which of these potions I throw away. I actually kind of... let's go with the energy potion so that I can play out this entire hand. That's not what I was looking for. Should have been Deadly Poison there. I didn't even need all of that block. Yeah, but that's not what I was looking for. I'm looking for basically Dex potions, so in the final fight I can just pop 3 Dex potions and then never be touched. Burst Acrobatics is going to get us super far down in the deck. Let's discard a dodge and roll. So burst acrobatics doesn't work anymore. Just in case you're wondering, it's apparently not a thing that works. It costs 0 when I cast it. Bullet time's on the exact bottom of the deck because of course it is. I should have checked that. I should have known it was going to be on the bottom of the deck because of course it is. Of course it is. God, that's annoying. It's completely my fault for not looking through the frozen eye and being able to anticipate that the game is trying to fuck me. It's also a little bit on the game for the constant fucking, but still! I can see the part I have played in this. Hey, bullet time next hand. We've got a kill. We flechettes first, though. I'm just gonna get the kill. Because bullet time is a skill, and flechettes does more damage based on the skills you use. Ancient. We'll drop that for a regen potion, and none of those, thank you. Probably going to be in this fight for long enough. Let's fight for the relic. Let's drink the regen potion. Bullet time in a hand that I can use it in. That's really novel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, fine. Let's just use it now. Work. Dodge and roll. Take care of the primary target first. Alright. 2 HP on the back line of there. Seems pretty good to me. What's our next draw? Yeah, I'm not getting down to bullet time next draw. Alright. We do get our apotheosis active though. It's pretty good. Ouch. Both of them are attacking. It's a bit of a rough draw for me, to be honest. Okay. Next 3 cards contain apotheosis, so I don't want to play the calculated gamble. Because this means next hand I'm going to draw apotheosis and bullet time. Easy done. I am going to need to find a way to build all of my block on the same turn that I kill these. It's not going to be easy with our upcoming hands. Backflip some more. Build like plans. We can... That one there. I mean, I guess I only really can afford to have one of them die right now. Okay. Alright, well here I'm going to get an extra card and an extra energy next turn. I'm drawing 6, so we do get a bullet time next turn, and we get a bunch of defensive cards. We're fine. We're in the clear. Blur, defend, dodge and roll, defend, and then just double stab for 1 billion trillion damage. Bye forever. Threaded Needle. At the start of each combat, gain 5 plated armor. It gives you 5 charges of plated armor. Plated armor is removed when an enemy deals HP damage to you using an attack. And at the end of each of your turns, you gain as much block as you have charges of plated armor. Swift Potion is actually really good. I am going to need to manipulate my draws a little bit more. Strength Potion? I mean, the whole point of my deck is not the strength. No. The strength of my deck, if you'll allow me, is being able to just ridiculous bullet time consistently. Okay. I think I just play this hand as is. We will backstab first, though. That's a new card. Cool. Actually, let's neutralize. Then we'll acrobatics. Dump a bunch of cards, draw a bunch more cards. Cool. Now it's all good. Predator. Predator. Should have played 1,000 Cuts first. Whoops, my bad. Burst. That. And do these, I guess. Like, at a certain point, it really didn't matter there what I did in what order. But for maintaining best practices and for, you know, my general skill at the game, I should still focus on the order in which I do things. Lock potion at this point is going to be more powerful than a regen potion. We need to upgrade one more card. It's going to be this other bullet time, so that I can always draw for bullet time. Had to be Time Eater. Why is it all... Like, it always seems like the final boss is hand-selected to counter your deck. We can't get down to a bullet time, unfortunately. I think I actually just hit him with the world's largest malaise. Well, not the world's largest malaise, but a large malaise. Only going to be able to play 8 cards this turn. And that's an 8-card hand. I will use Terror early. Obviously not early enough, considering I screwed up the ordering there. Big plans. Strike. And then here I'm going to keep the strike and the calculated gamble. So with well-laid plans, at the very least, I'm not going to miss out on casting cards that I'd really, really, really like to cast. I'd love to get footwork down, but I also need to go through my whole deck. That's acrobatics. Got that. And then full time. Predator, Predator, attack. Then I'm going to defend. Then burst a defend. So that I can make sure that I trigger this. I'm going to try and trigger that every single turn. That is to say, play 12 cards so that the Time Meter ends my turn and gains its strength. And the reason I'm going to try and force that to happen is because I had a reason, didn't I? Oh yeah, it's because the whole point of this deck is being able to play a bunch of cards in a single turn. So if I split up and just like play 6 in one turn and then 6 in the next turn, because it ticks up over turns, by the way. So if I play 6 one turn and then 6 the next turn, it will end my next turn. Or if I play 11 cards one turn and then the 12th card on the next turn, I get to play 1 card that turn and I immediately get cut off because of the mechanic of the Time Eater. hope this gives me something I can play. That's really unfortunate. So I get 4 cards I can play next turn. Yikes. This could be bad. It looks like this next turn my opponent's going to do the self buff, so I need to do as much damage as is humanly possible this turn. Or nothing. Set up a dodge and roll. Attack. Yeah, because this guy is just going to heal back to half HP and is going to completely clear his debuffs. There is a play to be made in keeping Terra around until after this has occurred. But I did want to kind of race him there a little. What? I didn't think my turn was about to end there. Did I not play enough cards the turn before? I didn't play enough cards the turn before. Wow, I fucked that up really bad. That's entirely on me. I boned it. It takes some damage here, and it could actually set the trend for the fight. Backflip. Bullet time. Neutralize. Dash. Will burst a defend as well as a blur. And so now I should have like pretty much ultimate protection. Oh, this sucks. I only get to play 3 cards next turn because I can't play enough cards this turn. Oh well. That was still really good. I've got 83 block for this turn, and then next turn I'll have whatever my remainder is. So it was almost the sex number. And turn after that I'll have the remainder again. I'll maintain bullet time and predator in this hand. So I'm actually just going to go like strike, strike, defend. Maintain bullet time and predator. Okay. Trying to do 54 damage here, but I've already blocked that quite a while ago, in fact. Keep up, buddy. I don't need to play any of these. I'll keep 2 of them in my hands so that if I do draw a calculated gamble, I can calculate a gamble for more cards. There's a bullet time. Let's neutralize and then backflip. Bullet time, attack, attack, dodge and roll, defend, defend. All good. Keep a backflip and a defend, and this fight is over. I love it when the game tries to screw you over and it's like, no, that's just not gonna happen. I'm so sorry, friend. I can't believe that I had so little faith in this run. That's what I can't believe. I was ready to give up on this run before it began. Proof positive that I should stop being such a pessimist. Let's proceed. Ascension, well done. 983. Reasonable total. We only just got 1,000 money. Ridiculous. We defeated a lot of elites without taking damage is really good. That's what's, in fact, given us most of our bonus. If we had have gotten any flawless kills against bosses, we would be much, much more buff in terms of the score at the very end there. But for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game is being Slay the Spire. That has been the Silent, completing Ascension level 6. Uh-oh. Normal enemies are going to be tougher. So normal enemies are deadlier was increasing their damage. Normal enemies are tougher is going to increase their health. I think that's going to be normal enemies are tougher, elites are tougher, bosses are tougher, and then I don't know what Ascension Mode 10 is going to be. I'm trying not to spoil it for myself. For the moment, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time, Julian.